Next question to the Lauer Shirtleer ticket. One of the major responsibilities of Student Senate is setting fees. Between student fees, differential tuition, and the technology budget, the Senate controls $5 million. Do you believe that any adjustments need to be made in those areas, and if so, how would you go about this?
I think those are all probably some of the most important issues that the Student Senate works with. I've had experience working with every one of those areas that Ray just mentioned. And actually, Tom Holton, the current finance director that covers segregated fees, did a great job in actually not increasing the rate of tuition or the segregated fee rate that students pay in as much as it had in the last few years. He did a great job, even with the addition of funding for the Hobbs Ice Arena. He kept it down, and that was excellent. So I think that's doing well. And also, I definitely would like to see just more awareness about the different programs that are funded through differential tuition, because those are some of the most important areas that our Student Senate deals with in regards to education. So those areas cover student-faculty research, which I'm involved with. Basically, it funds professors so they can pay students during the summer.
I think, what's being done, it's good, but the most important part is that we're educating the senators who are voting on this budget, because right now we're throwing them a piece of paper with a bunch of numbers and percentages on it. We're not really, I don't feel like we're properly giving them enough, we're not giving them enough information beforehand and really what's happening. We spend the whole meeting asking questions about what the budget's really about, when those questions should be answered because we should be informing them better so they can actually make better decisions. I think that we need to look at the money that's being spent and really figure out what the students want and what they need, and maybe what are we putting money into that we can, that I think sometimes we don't always look at things like, I know this year we like looking at things like the performing arts, like the forum and the stuff UAC does. I think we can definitely put more money into that.
Thank you. Would you like 30 seconds?
I would definitely like to sort of disagree with what was just said. Being on the Finance Commission specifically, we currently get presented the budgets of the different organizations that we fund through segregated fees, and we sort of work on that through a few weeks, just reading those and getting educated on that, and then we go back and deliberate for hours and hours and hours. We really get into these budgets and ask many questions to the people that present them. I think we're doing an excellent job of that. I definitely want to give props to Tom Bolton, the finance director, at how he did this.
30 seconds.
I disagree with that, actually. Emily and I have discussed the fact that we feel strongly about the fact that when people come into Student Senate, there needs to be a lot more training. People don't understand when they come in what's going on. And as far as the hours and hours of deliberation, that's great, but that's a small group of people. Everybody needs to be on board. Everybody who's going to be voting needs to be aware and exactly understanding what they're voting on.
Thank you. Next question.